see our boy? Well, by the way, Mercer's boy probably more than mine. Did you see our boy again? Our boy again is at it again. Jim Cramer's at it again. So here's Jim Cramer explaining, and I shit you not, by the way, saying something so absurd that the other host on the show didn't even talk. I want you to watch this.
Okay.
He's about to say that some authoritarian governments are actually good. You ready?
All right, Jimmy, let's hear it.
Let's see what Jim has. And by the way, I guess I really want to point out the silence, the stunning silence.
And they got to deal with, what do you do if you told people the way to beat this is no vaccine, and now you have a vaccine? So I think what you need is a propagandist.
Outside of the state infrastructure.
Exactly.
To start moving political opinion.
But I think when we think of propaganda, we think about other regimes that we didn't really appreciate. You're mighty.
Well, no, but you got to hear the mumbling, Mercer.
No. There's a couple things.
Sure.
Before we hit play again.
Sure, no, go do what you got to do.
You bring up the mumbling, the stunned silence. Now, I want you to watch the guy on the right, how he uncomfortably shifts in his seat and like moves his jacket around. Like you can tell he gets physically uncomfortable even being on camera with Jim. Like watch the guy on the right. I'll listen for the mumbling.
All right, here we go. Okay, you listen to the mumbling. I'll watch the guy. This is going to take us a while to get through. It's only a minute and a half video, but it's worth it. Okay, here we go. You ready? I'm starting it from the beginning. Watch the guy on the right. Okay.
And they got to deal with, what do you do if you told people the way to beat this is no vaccine, and now you have a vaccine? So I think what you need is a propagandist.
Outside of the state infrastructure.
Exactly.
To start moving political opinion.
Okay, first off, I'm already seeing him bite his upper lip. I'm also already seeing that.
I think when we think of propaganda, we think about other regimes that we didn't really appreciate.
I told you. That's something that you only do if you're extremely uncomfortable. That's the only. Nobody does that on television.
No,
you only do that when you're trying to signal quietly to whoever's watching in the future, like, "Ooh, I can't argue with them,
but
I'll do something that like is a code later. So if I ever get canceled on Twitter, I can go, yo, look at me in that clip and look at how clearly uncomfortable I am and how I said nothing."
Okay, watch. Okay, here we go. Now I need you to listen to the mumbling.
Right.
I want you to see him realize you're leaving him out to dry, okay? And then the response is hilarious. Here we go.
About other regimes that we didn't really appreciate. You're mighty silent.
You're mighty silent. He said, he mumbled, "You're mighty silent." And then
he's like, "You're fucking leaving me out to."
And then the other guy's not going to be dragged down with him, and he says,
I'm silent. I'm just thinking about those poor people stuck at Disney, Shanghai Disney for. It's the worst places to be stuck, but still.
Chief, it's a real small world after all.
The other guy's like, "Look, I'm thinking about the authoritarian government that was locking people at Disney and fucking." Remember, fucking the guy's like,
yes.
"Don't drag me into this shit, bro. I'm not going to be fucking on a fucking YouTube."
He was like,
show.
"We need a regime change. And we need to wipe out our political opponents." Am I right, boyos? And like the two of them are like, "Bro, we're on CNBC.
Jesus Christ.
What are you doing?"
You know who
who
watches this, bro? Day traders and old people checking on their retirement. That's it.
Dude, I think a mixture, I suspect a mixture of booze and other things over the years has just turned his brain into mush.
Yeah.